are you? Oh, you're muted, I can't hear you. You look beautiful though. Okay, oh, my emails. I don't know how to stop that. I've muted notifications, but it's still carrying on, so we'll go with that. Right, now I don't even know where my notes are, so we might just be winging it. I don't know. Righty-ho. If you have straps or a dressing gown strap or something like that, you may need them at the end just for some leg stretches, but if you haven't got them or you can touch your toes, then it's all good. Other than that, it depends whether I put the reverse triangle in, if I remember it when I get there or not, or whether you need blocks or not. But again, you can just use your legs. And I'm not sure I'll put it in or not. It might just be a quick one whilst we're in that position. And it's quite a long class, so whether or not we get the sun sails in, we will see how we get on. So when we get to the part I would have put them in, I'll see what we do, because there's a fair amount in it. We know what I'm like when I get carried away with time. Still haven't changed, Steph. Always running over. Right, okay, so if you sit down in a position that's comfortable for you, and try and keep them out as much as possible. And then close into the eyes if you're happy to do so. So as you breathe in, allow the inhalation to travel up the spine and really find length. And then as you exhale, relax and release into the hips. Again, as you breathe in, lift up through the spine. And as you exhale, release the shoulders away from the ears. So use this time now at the start of the class to tune into the body. Notice how the body is feeling. It's a generally all-round class tonight. So hopefully at the end of the class, you'll notice a difference in all areas of the body. Notice how the breath is and really use your breath through your practice and hopefully connect the mind, body and breath a little bit deeper. So again, inhale, find length. And then exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you, both emotionally, mentally and physically with the body. And then on the inhale, open into the eyes. Exhale, chin down to the chest. Inhale, come up. Exhale, up to the ceiling. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, take the chin down again, a little bit deeper this time. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, all the way up again, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, back to center. So last one here, tuck the chin all the way to the chest. Feel that stretch increase from the midbrain all the way down the central nervous system of the spine and into the pelvis. Inhale, come up. Exhale, all the way up one last time. Really draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, come back to center. So as you exhale, turn to look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, turn to look over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. So then take the right ear to the right shoulder. Draw the left shoulder away in opposition. Really feel that stretch increase down the side of the neck. Inhale, come up. Exhale over to the other side, left ear to left shoulder. Really draw that right shoulder away this time. And then allow the nose to roll forwards, bringing the nose to the right shoulder. Exhale, back the other way. And again, towards the right. And towards the left. So one more here, back to the right. This time, as you come to the left, allow the head to follow the circle all the way around. And again. One more this way. Come back to center. Find your balance if you feel a bit dizzy. Back the other way. So 3 this way as well. Last one. Come up to center. Arms come out to the side. Spread and separate into the fingers, just for you, Steph. First finger and thumb together. Come forwards with your circle. Push into the heels of the hands. Backwards with your circle. Push into the heels of the hands. Spread and separate the fingers, second finger to thumb. Come forwards with your circle. Push into the heels of the hands. Backwards with your circle. Pushing into the heels of the hands. Spread and separate the fingers, third finger to thumb. Come forwards with your circle. Push into the heels of the hands. Backwards with your circle. Push into the heels of the hands. Spread and separate the fingers, little finger to thumb. Come forwards with your circle. Push into the heels of the hands. Backwards with your circle. Push into the heels of the hands. Spread and separate the fingers. Now really push into the heels of the hands. Keep breathing. Little circles forwards. Allow the circles to become bigger and more dynamic until you're making full circles. Really stretching back and up. Now when you're ready, reverse the direction. So backwards with your large circles. And then allow them to become smaller. A proper crunch in my shoulders then. And smaller. Back to your teeny tiny circles. Push into the heels of the hands. Now, bring the fingers down. So fan the fingers down. Lift the thumbs up, fan them back out. Thumbs go back, little fingers come up. Really stretch. And again, fan them down. Bring those fingers in, up, thumbs up, fingers out. Thumbs down, little fingers up. Last one. In you come, and then up. Extend out. Really lift the chest. Push those thumbs back. Now, right hand comes down beside you. Left hand alongside the ear. So really push into the floor. Bring your right ribs out from underneath. Your arms alongside your ear, not in front of your face. And stretch. Walk that right hand a little bit further away. Push into the floor, so really push that left sitting bone into the mat and stretch your left hand all the way over. Inhale, windmill the arms over to the other side, so exactly the same. Push into the floor, bring the left ribs out, arm alongside the ear. Again, walk the left hand a little bit further away. Push that right sitting bone down and then increase that stretch. Energy through the fingertips. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Right hand's going to come to the left knee. Left hand behind you. Breathe in and lift up. So really lift up through the spine. Exhale and twist, looking over the left shoulder. Again, inhale, lift through the spine. And on the exhale, see if you can deepen the twist. Inhale, come back to center for the other side. Left hand takes the right knee, right hand comes behind you. Lift up through the spine. Exhale, twist, looking over that right shoulder. And again, breathe in and lift up. Exhale, deepen the twist. Inhale, come back to center. Now take the hands in front of you, walk the fingertips forwards, and then allow the weight of the head to hang heavy. And this will look very different for everybody. So you may be up here, or you may just walk the fingers enough to get the forehead to the mat. Don't lift the tailbone up, keep that tailbone seated down. Stretch those fingertips forwards. Each exhale, get that little bit deeper. Really push the hips back in opposition, don't let the bottom come up. When you're ready, breathe in and come up. Take the hands in front of you, interlace the fingers. So imagine a big ball between the arms and spread the back of the shoulder blades, chin to chest. Inhale, palms come to the ceiling, stretch all the way up. Exhale, hands come behind you, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back and down, take the gaze up. On your exhale, pivot forward from your hips. So again, bring that forehead down. Bring the arms up overhead. So again, this will look different for everybody. It depends how open the front of the shoulders are. So your arms may be here, or you may be all the way over. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. And then take the legs out wide. So flex into the feet and don't let the knees roll inwards, roll those knees out so nice and straight. So we're going to breathe in and lift up. Exhale, twist to the left. Hands are going to come towards the toes. Breathe in and lift up. Exhale, twist to the right. Again, hands towards the toes. Inhale, up you come. Again to the left, twist and exhale down. Inhale up. Twist, exhale to the right. Last one each side. Breathe in and lift up. Exhale, so if you can get a little bit deeper. Inhale, come up. Twist to the right, exhale down. So again, if you can't get the toes here, your chin's absolutely fine, or the floor next to your legs. We're just warming up. Inhale, come up to center. Now, point the toes. Lift the toes, the balls, the heels, push the heels away. And again, rolling through, pointing the toes. Lift the toes, the balls, the heels, push the heels away. Last one here, roll through, point the toes. Lift the toes, the balls, the heels, push the heels away. Now bring the big toes inwards. I'll move my notes about now. And then the little toes outwards. Big toes in, little toes out. Last one here, big toes in, little toes out. And then take the hands in front of you. So same thing when the legs are crossed. You're going to bring the fingertips forwards. So flex through those feet, push the heels away. Again, everybody's postures here will look different. Depends on the makeup of your body, your flexibility. So don't worry about what anybody else looks like. It's the joy of being at home. So exhale, allow the head to hang heavy. Now each exhale, you can see if you can walk the fingertips a little bit further. Come down onto the forearms if you have the flexibility to do so. Or bring the forehead towards the mat. So keep breathing here, pushing the heels away. Each exhale, getting that little bit deeper. So here you want to visualize, we're only warming up, so I'm not suggesting you are anywhere near it, but visualize the chest center coming towards the floor rather than the head, so you round through the back. So if you can get the forehead down with the back nice and straight, that's fine, but don't round to get it. Stay up, keep pushing away. And then when you're ready, breathe in and come up. Draw the legs together and have a little shake. And then come round onto your all-fours position. So on your all-fours position, the hands are nice and wide spread, fingertips are nice and wide spread, knees underneath to hips, hip distance apart, front of the feet flat on the mat. So we're going to roll through our cat-cow. So drop the head, drop the tailbone, push up through the back. Inhale, drop the belly to the mat, lift the head, lift the tailbone, look up. Exhale, rounding through, dropping the head, dropping the tailbone, pushing it up. Exhale, belly to the mat, lift the head, lift the tailbone and look up. I think this is one of my favourite stretches. Exhale, down you go, drop the head, drop the tailbone, up you go. Last one here, belly to the mat, lift the head, lift the tailbone and look up. And then come back to the neutral position. So we are going to do a little bit of strength and then a little bit of twisting. So we're mixing up the final bit of the warm-up. So we'll just do probably 2 twists and a little bit of the strength. So I'll quickly show you. We're going to come up onto the toes, bring the knees about 1 inch or 2 above the mat. So we're going to do our beast walk. So forwards with each foot, backwards with each foot. So your bottom doesn't come up, Those knees stay low, and you're still in your tabletop position. So we'll walk there, and then we'll come back. Drop the knees, drop the fronts of the feet. We'll come into a push-up, knees down, tucking the toes to our plank. Dropping the knees, dropping the fronts of the feet. Into your push-up. Actually, we're going to go skinny push-ups. So elbows in. So we're going to do our chaturanga practice a little bit later on. So bring the elbows in and come down. So then right against your ribs, and then come up. Tuck the toes. Up we come. So we'll do 5 in and out of the beast walk, and we'll do 5 of the knees down push up to plank. And then we'll do 2 little twists, and then we'll come to lie down to do some spinal twists. So, on your hands and knees again you are. What am I doing first? Beast. Just talked through it and forgot what I was doing. So tuck your toes under, and then lift the knees. Keep that tabletop position. Keep your shoulders above your wrists. Draw the core in. Now walk your right foot forwards, and your left foot forwards, knees still low. Right foot back, left foot back. Right foot forwards, left foot forwards. Right foot back, left foot back. Right foot forwards, left foot forwards. Right foot back, left foot back. Right foot forwards, left foot forwards. Right foot back, left foot back. Last one here. Right foot forwards, left foot forwards. Right foot back, left foot back. Drop the knees, drop the fronts of the feet. Now squeeze the elbows in. You really want to feel the elbows against your ribs. Chin and chest come down. Inhale, push up. Tuck the toes, lift the knees to your plank. Drop the knees, drop the fronts of the feet. Again, chin and chest come down, elbows in. Inhale, up. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. 3 more here, drop the knees. Drop the fronts of the feet. Down you go. Inhale, up. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Drop the knees, drop the fronts of the feet. Down you go. Inhale, up. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. I've lost count, I don't know if it's 4 or 5, so we're going again. Drop the knees, drop the fronts of the feet. Down you come. Inhale, up. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Now drop the knees, drop the fronts of the feet. Push yourself back to your child's pose. Tailbone comes to the heel, stretch the fingertips forwards. Feel the stretch all the way down the back into the tailbone. Take a couple of breaths here. And then when you're ready, come back up to your tabletop position. Okay, so we're just going to twist one way and then twist the other way. And then we're going to come to lay down to do some deep twists through the spine. So I want you to bend into your right arm, so 90-degree angle, and you're going to loop the left through, bringing the left side of the face to the mat. So scoop it through, left side of the face comes down. Push into that right hand, really push your weight back onto that left shoulder. Take a few breaths here. On your inhale, come on up. Now we are going to turn that left hand so the palm faces the ceiling. Push it away, bring the right side of the face onto the mat. So the right arm's 90 degrees again. Try and get the front of that left shoulder in towards the mat. On the inhale, come up. Back to the neutral position. Same on the other side. So the left arm's bending this time. Loop the right through, right side of the face comes down onto the mat. Push into that hand, twist back onto that right shoulder. On the inhale, come up. So again, turn that right palm to face the ceiling. The left side of the face is coming down. Try and get the front of the right shoulder in towards the mat. Really melt the chest center down. Inhale and up you come. And then come to lie on your front. So we have done this once before, I think, but your face is going to be down. So you might want to watch first. Can you see me down here? You all good? Because I can't actually see myself. Okay, so I will show you what we're going to do. We are going to start with our arms wide
and the forehead onto the mat. Now, we are going to lift the opposite leg and bring those toes over to the other side to touch the floor, if you can. Come back to center. We'll then do the other side. So you're twisting through the body. Oh, it's just going. And then come back to center.
Now, if you find that's all right and you want to make it more dynamic, you're going to slide the hands in and come onto the fingertips.
Then when you twist, it's deeper through the spine to twist.
So we'll do 5 each side, however you want to do it. And then we're going to take, if you've brought your hands in, we're going to take them back to being wide again. And you're going to lift the leg over and bend that back knee to the flat of your foot. I don't know why I'm wiggling around like this. Sole of your foot is flat on the mat. And then you're going to bring the side of your face down. Now, this is quite strong and opening the front of the shoulder. But if you want to make it more dynamic, you can push into that hand to twist even deeper. We'll come back and do the same on the other side. So again, you're opening through, push into that hand to deepen that twist. Okay, so keep your forehead down when you're twisting the first time, but when we're coming over and putting that foot flat, the forehead doesn't need to be down. I just don't want you to be twisting and wiggling the neck about. Does that make sense? It's a hard one when I'm on the screen rather than with you. Okay, so when you're ready, lay down, arms wide, forehead down. So before we start, we'll test it so that you can gauge where you want to be. So lift up that right foot, cross it over the body to the left side. Come back to center. Same with the left. Lift the left foot, bring it over to the right side. And come back to center. Now, if you feel like you've got more in you, bring those fingertips in. If you don't, stay where you were, that's absolutely fine. Now again, lift the right foot, twist it over to the floor. See the difference in the twist? Come back to center. Try it again on the left side, twisting over. And come back to center. So you've gauged where you are. So whether you take the arms back out or keep them in is entirely up to you. We will start our 5 from here. So forehead's down, relax through the body. Lift the right leg up, twist it over to the left side with the toes. Come back to center. Left side up, twist it over to the right. Back to center. Right over to the left again. Inhale back to center. Left to the right. Back to center. Right to the left. Back to center. Left to the right. Back to center. 2 more each side. Right comes up and over. Back to center. Left comes up and over. Back to center. Last one here. Right leg up and over. Back to center. Left leg up and over. And back to center. Now, send the arms out if you had them in. I've sort of wiggled myself forward somehow there. I'm on the move. So we're going to take that twist and bring the sole of the foot flat on the floor. So start with the forehead down. Lift the right leg up. Bend the right knee. Place the sole of the foot on the floor. Now the left side of your face can be flat on the mat. Now, you may feel that that's enough through the front of that left shoulder. If not, push into your hand and deepen the twist. Keep breathing here. On the inhale, come back to center. For the other side, left leg comes up and over. Bend the left knee, sole of the foot comes onto the mat or next to the mat. Push into that left hand if you feel you want to make it more dynamic. When you're ready, breathe in and come back to center. Now, take the hands. I'm just double checking what I'm doing. I think I know, but I'm not sure. Yes. Take the hands by the sides of the ribs. Now you're going to push into the hands, lift up and draw your elbows together. Squeeze. Now lift the hands, lift the feet. Breathe here. Drop the feet, drop the hands, release the forehead.
2 more here. Breathe in, lift the forehead.
Squeeze those elbows back together. Lift the hands, lift the feet. Breathe. Drop the feet, drop the hands, drop the forehead.
1 more here. Breathe in, lift the forehead.
Draw the elbows together. Lift the hands, lift the feet. Hold it. Do not forget to breathe. Drop the feet, drop the hands, drop the forehead. Now we are going to, what are we doing? Oh, come into up dog, forgot that bit. So, from the side view, your hands are gonna now come up so they're underneath your shoulders. Your feet are gonna come together. You wanna push into the hands and push into the fronts of the feet and come up to your up dog. So really draw those feet, push into the front of the feet, draw the legs together, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale, drop back down. Now we are going to run through, what are we doing? I don't know what I was going to do with that bit. Me. Come into downward dog, that's what we're doing now. So hands come slightly further forward than the shoulders. And then you are going to tuck the toes under, push yourself up and back to downward dog. Oh, I was supposed to go for the hell? Oh, hello. That's the husband. I was supposed to go from up dog straight up to down dog. That's where I was getting it wrong. Oh, are you joking? Oh, he's going back. He's got no keys. Bear with me a minute. We'll just finish here and then I'll sort him out. So you're going to bring the weight forwards of the shoulders. So come into your plank. Exhale back to your downward dog. Forwards to your plank. Last one to your downward dog. Now drop the knees, drop the fronts of the feet and rest in child's pose. For just a moment. And I'll be back. It's not kids, it's bloody men. Well, why didn't you go straight to the meeting? Well, get a taxi. Bye. Okay, so we are going to practice through our chaturanga. We'll just do it briefly. But as we've warmed up having those arms in, I just want to roll through it. So grab a drink if you want to. We'll roll through this little bit and then we're going to move on to some leg work. We may or may not do the sun cells later, dependent on time. I quite like them. So I might add section A in just for a little bit. So we will run through and we will go, we'll do, I know we normally do 3 for each one. We'll do 2 for each one, just so that we're not dragging it out too much and we can move on to the next bit. So we're going to start with the knees down, variation. And then from there, we will go to lowering all the way down to your mat. And then we'll go to the hover. So we'll go through each of the 3 options. You can see what works for you. If you don't want to go on to the next stage, you want to stay with the knees down, just stay there. And again with the hover, if you don't want to lift to the hover, just lower yourself all the way to the mat. Stay with what works for you. It's quite a difficult one to master all the way down without a lot of practice, but that's what we're working on. It's muscles that you don't often use quite so much. If you practice with press-ups and stuff, the arms are often out wide. So having them in is a big difficulty. It also uses the core because of how stable you need to stay, that you're not dropping the hips down. So do not feel put off or annoyed if you can't get to the next stage just yet. It will come with practice. And I think I've got a video somewhere of just doing the sun sound bit. So if anybody needs it, I can just send you that little bit. And if I've not got it, I can re-record it if it's something that you want to work on anyway. So first one is with our knees down. So if you come into your all fours position, hands underneath the shoulder, shoulder width apart, knees underneath the hips hip distance apart. So we are going to keep the elbows in. I think I've said so about 4 times, sorry. Elbows are going to come in. You're going to lower the chin and the chest center down to like the crease of the elbow. You're then going to push into the front of your feet, lift the knees and slide the legs backwards. Breathe in, push into the hands and come up to your cobra. So here you want to make sure that the feet are no further than hip distance apart back behind you. You're going to push into the pubic bone, roll the shoulders back and down. Now you can straighten into the arms if you've got the ability to do so, but just don't let the arms lock out. So I'll show you the window. When you come up, you can straighten the arms, but if they lock out, you'll notice the difference. Don't do that because it just disengages the relevant muscles that support the lower back. Okay, now we would normally go up to your downward dog, but we're going to lower back down and come back up to your all fours position. So we go again. Lower the chin and the chest center down to the halfway crease of the feet and arms. Push into the front of the feet. Lift the knees, slide the legs back. Breathe in and lift up. Exhale, lower back down. Back up to your all fours. So we do this one more time because it's got the slippy slidey bit that can be a bit confusing. So we'll just go through it one more time. Chin and the chest center come down. Squeeze those elbows into the ribs. Push into the fronts of the feet. Slide the legs back. Breathe in and lift up. And exhale down. So come back up onto your all fours position. So I'll quickly show you here what it should look like and when to stay on your knees, because there's just a point where if your hips lower first, it puts pressure on your lower back. So we will start in, oh God, here she goes again. So appears to be my word of the day. We are going to lower down with the elbows in, all the way in a straight line to the mat. Then you come onto the fronts of the feet, push into the hands, come into your cobra. Now, if when you come down, either your hips come first, so you can feel it in your back when you do it, or your chest comes first, you're not in that flat alignment. So it does more damage than good. Drop the knees down, continue there until you build up that strength or just the body knowledge. If you feel that you're almost there, lift one foot. We'll do that when it's closer to you. Because it's really difficult to lower down and drop the hips when the foot's lifted. It also looks very pretty. So you've got that option to lift one of the feet as you lower down if you need to. Back up we go. Stay on the knees if that's working for you and you feel that that's enough. It's practice, it's still building those muscles. If not, come up to your plank position. Shoulders above the wrists. Draw those elbows in. Now lower the body down. Draw the core in. Make sure you're nice and straight. All the way to the mat. Onto the front of the feet. Breathe in and lift up. Exhale, lower back down. Push yourself back up to plank. One more here. Again, if you're on the knees, stay on the knees, it's absolutely fine. Lower the body down. All the way to the mat. Front to the feet. Breathe in and lift up to your cobra. Exhale down. So last variation is the hover. If you want to stay in what you're just doing, stay in that. If you're still in your knees, stay in that. It's the only way to build it all up. So keep going, don't feel disheartened. If you want to add the hover, we do exactly the same as we just did. Lowering yourself down, elbows squeezed in, but you hold. So you're hovering above the mat. You then come onto the fronts of the feet, roll the shoulders back and down. You're in your up dog we did earlier instead of the cobra. From here is where you tuck the toes, back to your downward dog. So we will try 2 there and then we'll move on. Plank. Knees down if you are doing it there. So elbows in. If you need to lower all the way to the mat, please do so. Lower yourself down. Hold and hover. Come onto the fronts of the feet. Up dog. Drop the knees, push back to child's pose.
Inhale, come back to plank.
Last one. So, lower the body down. Hover if you're doing so. Onto the fronts of the feet, up dog. Tuck the toes, downward dog.
And breathe here. Allow the breath and the heart rate to return to normal. Just enjoy being in your downward dog. Lift the tailbone up to the ceiling. Roll the shoulders back and down to flatten through the back. Engage the upper body muscles of the arms. And then when you're ready, lift into your left leg. And bring that foot through between the palms of the hands.
I'm going to come so you can see this way, I think. Now, drop that back knee and drop the front of the foot. So you're in your low lunge position, breathe in and come up. Exhale back. So back bend here. Now, breathe in and come up. Straighten your front leg and lift your toes. Exhale, chest towards your thigh. Now we're going to flow between these two moves. If you need to put your hands down in between, please do so, because it does add that element of balance. Inhale, arms come up, bend the front knee. Exhale into your back bend. Inhale, come up, straighten the front leg. Lift the toes. Exhale, chest forward, arms back. Inhale, arms come up, bend the front knee. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come up, straighten that leg. Exhale, chest forwards. So your toes are lifted. And again, inhale, arms come up, bend that front knee. Exhale, open the arms into your back bend. Get a little bit deeper here if you can. Inhale, arms up, straighten the leg, lift the toes. Exhale, chest forwards, arms back. Two more here, breathe in and lift up. Arms up, bend that front leg. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, lift up, straighten the front leg, lift the toes. Exhale, chest forwards. Last one, I think. Inhale, come up. Bend that front leg. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come up, straighten the front leg, lift the toes. Exhale, chest forwards. Bend the front knee, bring the hands either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toe under, lift that back knee, step back to plank. Now we are going to use what we just learned, whatever variation worked for you, to go through our vinyasa and back to downward dog. Drop the knees if you need to, stay in the plank if you want to. Lower the body down, hover if you can and want to. Onto the fronts of the feet, up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. Beautifully done. Other side, right leg lifts up to three-legged dog. Bend the elbows, foot comes between the palms of the hands. Drop the back knee, drop the front of the foot. Breathe in and come up. Exhale, back bend. Same again here. Inhale, come up. Straighten the leg, lift the toes. Exhale, chest forwards, arms back. Oh, feel that in the back of this leg. Inhale, come up, bend knee. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come up, straighten the leg, lift the toes. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, arms up, bend the knee. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come up, straighten the leg, toes up. Exhale, flexing forwards. Last one here, bend that knee, breathe in and lift up. Exhale, as deep as you can go. Inhale, arms up, straighten the leg, toes up. Exhale, chest forwards. Now, bring the hands either side of the front foot, bend that front knee. How do I get to what I'm doing next? Tuck the toes under, come to plank. So again, choose your vinyasa, whatever worked for you. Elbows in, knees down if you want them to be. Lower yourself, hover onto the mat. Inhale, dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog.
Now, slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Bend into the knees. Breathe in and lift up. And bring your prayer to your heart center. Nice sweaty Betty. Okay, what are we doing next? Ooh, nice for your hips. So we are going to, there it is again. We're going to come wide and come into a low lunge. We're going to move from side to side. It will look very different for everybody, this posture, because hips are a very funny thing. Now, no person has the same. I don't know if a person has the same anything, but hips especially have a very different flexibility in everybody. So we're going to bend into one knee. I'll show you quickly so you can see. And lift the opposite foot. Now, I use my hips quite a lot, so I come quite low, but you may be up here. Everybody is so different. Do not worry about where you are, but we're going to come here. We're going to walk across, bring that foot up, bend down. Again, you may be here. It's really difficult because I just want to go boom automatically. So you come to wherever you are, and we're going to walk across from each side. So you lift the toes as you come. Again, you may be higher, but we're just getting into those hips. So we'll walk from side to side. We're then going to come up, come into a wide forward fold, come up, heel toe the feet in, and then come into yogi squat. And then we're going to come up and down for 5. Okay. And then do we do it the other side? Probably do it the other side as well. Or will we? No, don't think we need to do it the other side. Anyway, so come wide with your legs and then bend into your right knee. Lift the left toe so you're on that left heel. And your hands can come down. So it will look very different, but wherever is comfortable for you. Now, you're going to bend into the left leg, walk the hands across, lift that right foot. Again, walking across, bending into the right leg, lifting the left toes. And again, bend the left knee, lift the right toes. I don't know what I just said, whether it was right, left or right or not. You get where I'm going there. And across you go. And again, over you go. Get deeper into those hips as they start to open. Up and over. One more each side. Over to the left. Now it's one more each side, actually, isn't it? Because we started on the right. Over to the right. Now last one, all the way over to the left. Now when you're ready, come into center. Come up to stand. Now, draw up the thigh muscles. What I want you to visualize doing is pulling the calf muscle forwards towards your shin. This will just help you protect so that you don't roll over on your ankle. Because if you test it, if you come forwards, automatically, a lot of the time, your ankle you'll come slightly further onto your ankle. If you squeeze those calf muscles forwards towards your shin, it will protect the ankle and you're more engaged here so that you don't roll out on them. So, hands on hips. Draw those calf muscles towards the shin bone. Draw the quads up. Exhale, flex forward from the hips. So your hands here will come to the mat or to your legs if you can't get to the mat, which is fine. Make sure that the weight is evenly distributed over your feet so that you're not bottom backwards or bottom forwards. You're nice and central. Each exhale, get that little bit lower. Keep that calf muscle drawn forwards to protect the ankle. If you can come down onto the forearms. If not, just keep exhaling down. Each exhale, get that little bit deeper. Really lift that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Use your breath to get deeper into the posture. Now when you're ready, bend the knees. Take the hands to the hips, breathe in and come up.
Now, heel toe the feet in, so that they're slightly wider than your hips. Bring your prayer together, turn the toes out slightly, and then squat down. So now use your elbows inside your knees to push them out. Now again, everybody's squat will look different. Some of us will look like frogs. Some of us will be slightly higher up. It's completely different for everybody. Hands go together, so push your prayer together. Use your elbows to push your knees out. Now, when you're ready, engage your glutes, push up.
Beautiful.
Exhale back down slowly. Elbows into the knees again, push those knees out. Engage your glutes, inhale up. Exhale down slowly. So keep your quads engaged. And again, engage the glutes. Inhale up. 2 more. Sorry, Emma, I know you wanted stretchy legs. We will stretch them out too. Lower down. Inhale up. Okay, last one here, lower down. Push those knees out. Push your prayer together. Big inhale up. Heel toe the feet together and shake it out. How are we doing for time? It's the long one. Wondering whether we can fit it all in. Is anybody in any rush? Does anybody need to rush off at 8, or are you all right if we go a little bit over? All right, we're fitting it all in. Wonderful. The boys will love life. They're like, that's supposed to be going to sleep at 7:30. It's now like 8:30. Won't go that far over, but a bit. Okay, so I'm not going to put the reverse triangle in. We're going to go with our pyramid pose, which we've done quite a lot. So this pose here, where we come forwards, hands can come under legs. Actually, we're not even doing that today, so it doesn't matter. But this is the pose. But I want to straighten through the chest. So you know when we're in this pose, we talk a lot about not rounding through the back. We talk about getting that chest towards the thigh and the head towards the shin and the ankle. I'll show you from the side. It's here.
Rather than here.
So it's lengthening through the torso and down. To do that and make sure that the back doesn't arch, I want you to bring your prayer behind you. Now, it may not come all the way together, which is fine, you can just join the fingers. But if you can, bring that prayer up. Because you try and round through your shoulders like that, you can't do it. But again, if it's too much, bring the hands together. Just to open through your chest, so that when you come down, you can't physically round through your back. And it opens up your chest beautifully. Sorry, I came up there like, woo, cut off my head. Okay, so first of all, we'll get our feet into position, so then you can wiggle about with the hands. So from the front of your mat, take a step back with the right leg. Big step. And then widen the feet. So I'm on like one mat here with different textures. Widen into your tram lines. Now the back toes are going to be facing as far forwards as they can, just so you're turning this hip forwards. Now draw the front quad up to protect the knee. Now you're nice and solid through the bottom half. Hands come behind. So either interlace the fingers, or if you can, draw the prayer together. If it's just fingertips, that's fine. If you can get the heels of the hands together, wonderful. Now on your exhale, bring the chest center forwards. Push the hips back, straight and strong through both legs. Draw those thigh muscles up. Push those hips back. So keep breathing here. Doesn't matter how deep you go into the posture, just as long as you're feeling that stretch in the back of your hamstring. Open through the chest. Each exhale, get that little bit deeper. Really send those hips back. Now bend that front knee, release your hands, and bring the hands to frame the front foot. You're going to step back again to your downward dog. Oh, my foot must have been sweaty there. I probably went. Okay, lift that left leg in the air, three-legged dog. Bend the elbows. This time bring the knee between the palms of the hands. Drop your back knee, drop the front of the foot. So you're in your pigeon pose. Donna, I apologise in advance. I love you. Roll the shoulders back and down. Sorry. Roll the shoulders back and down. Now lift your back foot. Turn so you can see. Sorry, Donna. Love you. Now your hand is going to take the front of that foot. Bring your shoulders square to the front. Now squeeze the foot towards your bottom and don't swear. Now push the front of the foot back into the hand, so you're contracting through the muscle. Exhale, draw it in a little bit deeper. Release back down. Now drop onto your left hip, turning around again. And then swing the leg round, bringing the foot up onto either the knee or onto the calf. So if the knee's too much, pop it on the calf. Feel good, Donna? Okay, flex through the right foot, push the knee away, hands come in front of you, walk the fingertips forward, exhale forwards, pushing that knee away, flexing through the foot. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Now, just for giggles, because we've got to come back up. Yeah, we've got to come back up. See if you can get up without using your hands. Cross your feet and see if you can pop up. Whee! Doing! Okay, same on the other side. Big step back with the left foot. I think we've only got balance and leg stretches and abs left. It's a very long one. So same here. You want to make sure that your tram lines are nice and wide and that your left foot is facing forward so that this hip is square. Parallel hips. Draw up the front thigh. Hands come behind. So find your prayer again. Fingertips if you need to. Heels of the hands if you can. Exhale, flex forward. Send the hips back straight and strong through both legs. You may find one side is flexier than the other, which is fine. Don't stretch so much that the leg muscles are shaking because they have the opposite effect and then they begin to shorten. Just before that point would be amazing. So you exhale again, get that little bit deeper. Send those hips backwards. Send your breath into the back of that right leg. Visualize the breath helping to elongate that muscle. And think of the lovely endorphins that are floating around your body. We all need happy hormones. Okay, last deep breath here. Bend that front knee, hands frame the front foot, step back to downward dog. Now bend up, lift, this time into your right leg, into your three-legged dog. Bend the elbows, bring the right knee between the palms of the hands. Drop the back knee, drop the back front of the foot. Use the front of that back foot to wiggle deeper into your right hip. Sorry again, Donna, last one. Bend that left foot. Left hand takes the front of the left foot. Bring those shoulders square to the front. Now squeeze the foot in towards the bottom. Squeeze. It's a horrible one. Now push the foot back into the hand. Contract through that muscle. Exhale, draw it in a little bit deeper. And release. Drop onto the right hip, swing the left foot round. So it comes round again onto the knee or onto the calf. Flex through the left foot, push the left knee away. Hands come in front of you. Exhale, bring those fingertips forward. And stretch. And when you're ready, breathe in and lift up. So again, come up to stand, so you can hop up with no hands if you want, or just come up anywhere you want to come up. The first page is done. I think this must be like a 90-minute class. We started reasonably on time today as well. Okay, little bit of balance. Leg stretches, abs, relaxation. Nearly there. Okay, so we're going to come up and down on our tippy toes to get into the balance. From then we have a sequence, although I think I might take the last bit out and do it individually because it's quite a difficult posture on its own. So we'll do, we're going to do the first 3 bits and then we'll come to our half moon at the end completely on its own so that you can try each side when you've not been stood on one leg for a little while. It's quite a difficult one to get the hips stacked nicely. So to begin with, we're just going to come onto our tiptoes and we're going to squat down and then come back up. So we're going to do it 5 times. What I want you to do though is not to come all the way down so that you're resting. You want to hover. So come as low as you can, engage the quads and hold it. Don't rest because then that does nothing. Nothing at all. Well, works your toes lovely. Well, you want to burn through the quads. And then we're going to come up, staying on the tiptoes, coming back down. So, when you are ready, squeeze the knees together, breathe in and lift onto the toes. I felt like Tinkerbell then, doing like, wee. Okay, bring your hands together. Exhale, send the hips back, squat down. So squeeze through the thighs, come as low as you can without resting on your heels. Inhale, come up. Stay on those tippy toes. Exhale, back down. If you need to, you can put the heels down in between. Inhale up. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale down. Inhale up. 2 more here. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale down. And then inhale, come up. Shake into the legs if you need to. Next bit, we are going to, I'll show you quickly so that you can just focus on yourself. We're going to bring the knee up and bring it out, look in the opposite direction. Come back to center. Now we're then going to take the toes, bring the leg out, wrong hand, opposite hand. Now if you can, straighten the leg, or you can leave a slight bend in it, or if you want to, depends what works for you, you can get your strap. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to keep your hand on your feet but with the leg bent. So we're going to look back at that hand. Or if you can't straighten it with your hand on it but you want to straighten, you can take the strap and look back. Entirely up to you. So you can have your strap around your neck if you want it accessible. Or you can just hold, keeping that bend or straighten into it. So stand nice and tall over your right foot. If you want to come off of the mat, sometimes it's easier for balance, it's entirely up to you. So draw the quad up with the standing leg and engage the glute. Now lift the knee, left knee to your chest. Squeeze it in. Now exhale, take the knee out. Take the right arm out to the side. Now follow that hand with your gaze. Keep breathing here.
Knee comes into the centre. I forgot the next bit. We're going to have to try and do it standing. So take hold of the toes. Use your strap if you want to. And then either straighten or keep a little bend in the leg, holding your strap, whatever you want to do. Right, left arm, sorry, comes up and around. Take the gaze back to that left hand. Whoa. She says as she wobbles. Wobbling's good, it works your core. Now inhale and come back to centre. Bend that leg, try and stay if you can. I'm going to show you where we're going next. Into our dancer. So your left hand's going to come onto the inside of your left foot. Slight bend in that standing leg if it helps. Now your thumb's going to come to the base of your big toe. Kick that foot back into the hand. Discard your strap if you have it and you no longer need it. Right arm comes out. Try not to cock the leg out to the side. Send it back and up. Keep breathing here. In your dancer. Beautifully done. And then when you're ready, come up and relax. Very well done, because I didn't even show you the way we were going to do that bit. I forgot. In my tangent. Okay, same on the other side. Stand tall over that left leg. Strap around your neck if you're going to use it. Bring your right knee in. So really engage that standing leg. I forgot about all that talk. That is the same from the other side. Draw the quad up, engage the glute. Now, take the knee out to the side. Left arm comes up. Follow your gaze to your hand. I'm wobbly today. Breathe in and come forwards. Bring that knee forwards. Left hand's going to take the toes or grab your strap and then straighten into that leg or have a bend in it if you need to. Not really sweaty hands. Right arm comes up and back. Follow with your gaze. Inhale, come back to the centre. Try and keep that leg up. Bend your knee, send it back. Same as the other side. So the right hand comes to the inside of the foot. Thumb to the big toe. Push that foot back into the hand. Now, left arm comes forwards. So again, try not to lift the leg out. Send it up and back. Keep breathing here. Yeah. Beautiful. When you're ready, breathe in and come up. So, little shake of the legs before we try our half moon. It's a weird one. It doesn't look too hard, but because you're trying to turn your body, like your hips, it sort of throws you. So I'll show you where we're headed. So we're going to come forwards. Tell you what, we're going to start in our standing split. Then you can put, for instance, this side, the left hand down. You're going to lift the right arm up, and then you're stacking your hips. So rather than staying here, you're opening and then coming up. But because you're stacking your hip, it's very difficult to get your hand up and not wibble wobble. When I showed the people in class, I've lost my head again, I was wobbling all over the show. So we'll give it a whirl, but it's quite a hard one. So we'll do it on each side, and we will start on our left. So what I want you to do is bring the hands down to frame that left foot and lift your right leg in the air. So keep breathing here. Get used to being in this position. Now bring your left hand in front of your left toes, just onto the fingertips. Now open the hip, and as you do so, lift the right arm up. To make sure, ooh, you wibble wobble like me. Open into this hip. Now this might be enough with the fingertips on the floor. If you can, lift. Keep breathing, making sure that hip's nice and open. And burn on your calf. Okay, when you're ready,
Breathe in and come down. Shake the leg out because it burns. Okay, on the other side, and then we're coming down for stretches. Where are we? I've only just gone over an hour now, so technically I'm only 3 hours and 45 seconds over at this point. Okay, so on the other side. So, right leg's down, hands are going to frame that right leg. Lift the leg up back behind, left leg up back behind you. So again, get yourself accustomed here. Come on to the pads of the fingertips. Bring the right hand in front of the right toes on those fingertips. Now, open that hip, or I'm wobbly as you like on this side. Get yourself comfortable here, and then if you can, lift. Woo. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Okay, relax and release. Shake the legs out. And then you can come to sit down and we'll do some nice leg stretches. We're going to go wide with our leggies. So take the left leg out and then the right foot comes into the groin. These are quite nice ones for the side of the body as well as the legs. So we're going to go for wide rather than in front of the legs. Should you need your strap, put it around the ball of your foot, cross it over your leg so it's there ready to get to. If you can touch the toes without hunching, you won't need it. But if you hunch to touch your toes, take your strap. So remember that feeling of when we had that prayer, it'd be the same sort of thing here. You're aiming that chest center down rather than the head. So strapped at the ready if you're needing them. Left hand comes onto that left shin. Now brace the floor with the right arm. Bring it past those toes if you can, and then up back behind you. So don't allow the hand to drop down from the shoulder. Keep it up and above. Push into that shin and twist. Open through the chest, twist through the spine. Now exhale, hand comes down again, braces the floor. Stretch a little bit deeper past those left toes and back again. Last one here, brace the floor, come up, all the way back. Now again, push into that shin and twist. Now walk that left hand down towards your toes. If needs be, you can take your strap because it's there nice and ready. Now on your exhale, this right arm's going to come alongside the ear. Don't bring it forward to the face. And picture what we did in the warm-up with these left ribs coming out from underneath and then over you go. So here you're aiming your fingers towards your toes, but not in front of your face. Keep that openness, feel that stretch. Pull up this side, stretching out the muffin tops. Steph, that's beautiful, darling. I can see you. Each exhale, get a little bit deeper. Energy through the fingertips. When you're ready, inhale and come up. Now turn your torso to face your outstretched leg. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Exhale, flex forward. Take hold of either the toes or of your strap. Make sure that those shoulders are nice and relaxed. Each exhale, get that little bit deeper. Relax into the upper body. So don't pull on your strap too much. Use it to get yourself down, but don't draw on it too much that it causes tension across the chest. Use your exhale to get deeper. Now, if you have the flexibility and you are down with your head towards your leg, try and get the forearms to the floor. Stretch the chest center to the thigh and the head towards your shin and your ankle. Allowing the weight of the head to hang heavy, but without rounding through the upper back. Now, when you're ready, draw the thigh muscle up towards the hip. Push it down into the floor and see if that hinges you forwards that little bit more. Keep walking those fingertips down the strap if you've got a hold of the strap to get you a little bit closer to those toes. On the inhale, breathe in and lift up. And then swap over for the other side. I can feel it in my bum today already. It's obviously quite tight in my glutes. Okay, so flex through the, whatever leg this one is, right one. Again, have your strap ready if you need it. You also may try and do more flexing on one side to the other. So you may not need it one side. Okay, hands going to come down to the shin, right side. Graze the floor with the left hand. Stretch past those toes. Open up, leaving the arm above the shoulder. Push into the shin again to twist. When you're ready, bring it down. Pass that left right foot a little bit more. Twist a little bit deeper. Last one here, bring it down. All the way past the toes. Up and out. Now flexing through that right foot, take hold of the toes or of your strap. Draw these right ribs this time out from underneath and then exhale the left arm alongside the ear. So again, try not to let it come forwards. Twist and open. Your hand is aiming again towards those toes or towards the wall the other side. So energy through this arm. Fingertips nice and strong. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Twist the torso to face your outstretched leg. Then again, breathe in and lift up. Exhale, flex forward, take hold of the toes or of your strap. So again here, really lift out of the pelvis and then exhale into the stretch. Relax the shoulders, relax the upper body. Each exhale, get that little bit deeper. Use your breath to get deeper into the posture. And again, if you've got hold of the toes and you've got the flexibility, aim your forearms towards the floor. Beautifully done. Exhale, a little bit deeper. Head towards the shin and the ankle. Really use that breath to get deeper into the posture. Again, if you've got your strap, walk those fingertips down without pulling too much that you create tension. Okay, draw the thigh muscle up towards the hip. Push it down into the mat. See if that hinges you forwards that little bit more. When you're ready, slowly breathe in and come up. And then take both legs out in front of you. We're just going to come up into an inclined plank just to counteract the folds. So hands are going to come beside you. Lift the bottom off the floor. Now you can either just come up here or take the gaze up or all the way back, just not in the middle, don't put any pressure on the neck. Okay, exhale, lower back down for our abs. Now, as we have Steffi back, and we didn't do them last week, we're going to do our leg raises and our boat crunches. So we all know the beauties of these painful abs, but they are absolutely worth it. If you can't lift the heels up all the way through, that's fine. Drop the heels down in between. If lifting the legs all the way on top of the hips is too much, bring them halfway. Briefly show you so that those who haven't done it in a while can know the pain coming back. So we're going to bring them up to the top of the hips, flex the feet, lower down. If you can, hold it here. We'll do that for 5. Then we're then going to do each leg for 5. And then out. We'll just do 3 of those. And then up again, flex the feet, lower down and hold it. If you need to in between, drop the feet down, go for it. If you can, try and hold it for the 5 all up, lower them down in between, then do the individuals, lower them down, do the outs, lower them down. So try and do each section at a time to challenge yourself if you find that holding them up for that entire section is too much. All right,
So down we come, onto your forearms. Squeeze the little abs in. They'll love you afterwards. Okay, when you're ready, point the toes. Breathe in, lift the legs up on top of the hips if you can. Flex the feet. Exhale, lower back down. Hold them up if you can. Point the toes. Lift them up. So if the hips are too far, just bring them halfway. Flex the feet. Exhale, lower back down. You can also put a slight bend into the legs if having them straight is too much. Point the toes, breathe in and lift up. Flex the feet, exhale back down. 2 more here. Hold those heels up if you can. Point the toes, lift up. Flex the feet, lower down. Just 1 more here. Point the toes, breathe in and lift up. Flex the feet, exhale back down. Now hold them up if you can, rest them down if you must. Okay, left leg only, breathe in and lift up. Flex the foot, exhale back down. Right foot up. Flex, lower back down. Left, up. Flex, lower back down. Right side, up. Flex, lower back down. Almost halfway from these. Up you come with the left. Flex, lower back down. Right, up. Flex, lower back down. 2 more each side. Left, up. Flex, lower back down. Keep breathing, you got this. Right, up. Flex, lower back down. 1 more each side. Up. Flex, lower back down. Last one on the right. Up. Flex, lower back down. Out with the left. Out. In. Right. Out. In. Nearly done. Out with the left. In. Out with the right. In. Last one. Left. In. Last one. Right. In. Up. You got it. Last one. I'm not going to make you do boat crunches. Exhale. Lower it down. Hold it. 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 And relax. Stretch the arms up behind you. Point the toes to the floor. I won't make you do boat crunches because that was a long one. So really stretch all the way through the abdominal. See, I've lost the ability to speak. The abdominal cavity. And then draw the knees into the chest and give a squeeze. Gently rock from side to side if that feels good, allowing the mat and floor beneath you to massage the back. And then lay down in a position that is comfortable for you. And we'll do a little relaxation. I'm going to bring you closer so you're not a million miles away. So if you've got your knees bent, have your feet further than hip distance apart, allowing the knees to rest into one another. Or you can lay down in Savasana, having the feet out to the side and the arms out to the side. So just allow the breath and heart rate to return to normal after your lovely abs. And use this time now at the end of the class to tune into the body. Really notice how the body feels now at the end of the class in comparison to the start. It was an all-rounder class, so hopefully you'll feel energy and difference in each individual area of the body. So now I want to use the breath to slow the body down by slowing the breath down and allowing the body to relax. So slowly begin to draw your awareness inwards. Taking your gaze to the space between your eyebrows. Really focusing upon your brow center. If you find that any thoughts do arise, acknowledge their existence and then allow them to drift away, giving your mind the peace that it needs and the body the time to relax. So while drawing your senses inwards, I want you to take your awareness to your breath. Really notice how the breath feels now at the end of the class. Whether you feel a deeper connection with the body, and how each breath feels now. We're then going to draw awareness as to where the breath originates from. So place your hands on your belly. Really notice how as you inhale, the belly rises. And how as you exhale, the belly falls. Feel how the breath comes from deep within the abdominal cavity and not from the chest center, where we often draw the breath from. Not using our lungs to the full capacity. So now really pay attention as to how the breath feels when you're drawing your awareness to the abdominal cavity. Hopefully you'll feel your breath deepening as you draw your awareness to its focus. When you become accustomed to the breath coming from the abdominal cavity, I want you to bring your hands up and place them either side of the rib cage at your own pace. And now follow the journey of the breath. So as it travels from the belly, comes up through the rib cage, and as you inhale, the rib cage expands. And as you exhale, the rib cage deflates back down, followed by the abdomen. Really feel these two parts of the breath connecting. The flow of the breath from one part to another. And again, as you become accustomed to the link between the abdomen and the rib cage, take your hands to your chest center, again at your own pace. Now we habitually breathe from our chest center at times of stress and tension and anxiety. Short breaths in comparison to what you have just connected with. So now allow that breath to travel from the abdomen, through the rib cage as it expands, and then to the chest center. Notice how long the breath is. And how as you exhale, the chest center falls first, followed by the rib cage deflating, and the abdomen falling. And then on the reverse journey, the abdomen inflates, the rib cage expands, and the chest center swells. The three parts of the breath connected. Now pay attention to how the breath is now. After using your awareness to extend the breath to its full potential. Notice if the breath is longer on the inhale and the exhale. And notice how the body feels. Hopefully by drawing your awareness to the breath and allowing the mind to quiet, you'll feel that each muscle, each individual part of the body, especially the extremities, feel heavier upon the mat. Almost as if they're drifting beneath the mat and into the earth. From here, I want you to draw upon the earth's healing energies to help you through the day and the week ahead. And allow this relaxed feeling to let go of any tension that may still be hidden. So on the inhale, inhale the good. And on the exhale, now the exhale's deeper. Exhale all of the bad. No longer needed. No longer worthy of your time. And then slowly begin to draw your awareness outwards. Gently begin to wiggle into the fingertips and into the toes. Draw the knees into the chest center one by one, still with the eyes closed. And squeeze the knees into the body. Gently roll over onto one side, still with the eyes closed. And then comfortably push yourself up to a seated position, still with the eyes closed. Draw the palms together and rub the hands together to create heat and energy between the palms of the hands. Place your hands over your face to breathe in the heat and energy you've created. Open your eyes to the darkness of your palms and slowly part your fingers to allow the light to come into your eyes. When you're ready, breathe in and lift up. Bring your prayer past your brow center to your heart center. Namaste. And sorry that was so long. That was actually 86 minutes. It was a very long one, but we burnt 345 calories in that bad boy.
I felt that as well.
It was a bit of a beastie session.
Yeah.
First one back, and that's what I get.
Very much. Yeah, it was a bit of a beast. It didn't seem such a beast when I was watching it, reading it, making it, but it's a nice long one. Nearly an hour and a half there, guys. Sorry.
Oh,
But any other time for you.
I'm going for my tea now.
Oh yeah, I haven't eaten yet either, actually. It's 8:30.
I need to go find out where my kids are.
I don't know where mine are either.
See you later.
Thanks, Sam.
Mwah. Love you all. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.